from Houston. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
Here we go, Jack.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. Now back to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And the next-gen stat's going to show that sack carried out in just 2.5 seconds from beginning to end. First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
The numbers on the ground for Pierce last week.
19 carries, 81 yards.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in the running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a change-up.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here from the 32 now. Here's first and 10. Back to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Here's the local Texas product, J.K. Dobbins. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Ravens use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game.
They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. Open man there is Collins, complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. That may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
They'll set up to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They're going to look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Pierce will try to pick it up. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. That's a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech. But I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet. But we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together. And we're capable of doing so.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation.
Ready.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll drop to throw. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being caught. And the touchdown run. This one's going to get him a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 8. Throw left side complete. That's Oliver.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
I don't care what he's listed in the program. Fullback, running back, tailback, it doesn't matter. He ran that play like a fullback. Just like the old days when we saw the fullback dive. How about him picking that one up?
Only needed a yard on 4th down. That's what he's there for, right?
Exactly. Line him up, short yardage situation, and say, here it is, big man. Go get it.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hunt, and he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. play action. They'll throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
And now out comes Houston.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw.
To Pierce, they set up the screen.
And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
This is brought in at the 21. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Ravens will take over.
The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And we'll see how much they want to push things, leading already here 10-3.
Let's go now.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Desmond King picks it.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. What lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So,
and he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They'll set up a throw.
On the slant, here's Collins. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
The Ravens going to get one more drive here in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. 2nd and 3.
Quick hitter to Jalen Waddle.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. He'll take the knee in the final couple seconds. We'll take that in his first half. So we'll reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here is some of the division.
The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They were winners last week over Tennessee, and they've got the lead here as well. They start this drive out 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Hunt. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
That's complete into the hands of Myers. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
That was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
19 Tiger. Let's
Hunt will try going up the middle, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Now a timeout here, an injured player, and that's Jalen Waddle, who seems to be in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Now a play fake here on first down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown.
A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season.
And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. First and 10, it's Pierce.
He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Getting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry.
And the Texans are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a first and goal.
They'll run here with Pierce.
It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on first and goal.
Once more, it's Pierce.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
Dameon Pierce, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
Come on. Hey.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Back now here sports. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. Now back to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
Out of the gun now on third down.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
This offense so far on third down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw here. And that will be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So that, maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Houston set to take over. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean, and the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Got it figured now after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, to me, there is no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on third down.
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. Back to throw. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on third down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance of yards after the catch there, and they stopped him short.
Inside handoff here to Ricard. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down.
And yes, everyone, that was the fullback carrying the football. I know it's a dying breed, it's a dying position for a lot of people, but I still think it's valuable and important, especially when you can carry the ball.
And you need short yardage. What makes sense? Go to a big body, let him plow forward just like he did there.
It's still a big man's game.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down, right back to Hunt. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Kareem Hunt, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
And here comes the Texans now. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They find some open field here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a throw here, hauled in. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Back to throw now on first down. Being chased out left. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's a 2nd and 7. This one left side caught by Collins. And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on third.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up third.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. He was brought down by Malik Collins. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and I think they might have something in this.